Welcome back to Crystal TV. Today we want to talk about trending things happening in Nigeria at the moment. So we are going to look about two things that are happening, two trending things. Number one is that Southeast traders in Ogun State closed their shops, protest brutal killing of Igbo woman by lawless tax collectors in Ogun State of Nigeria. And secondly, a Nigerian Air Force personnel who was detained for coming late to work dies in detention after complaining of ill health but was left unattended. So let's take it up there one after the other. Southeast traders in Ogun State closed their shops, protest brutal killing of Igbo woman by lawless tax collectors in Ogun State. According to this report, this is coming from Sahara Reporters. Southeast traders in Ifo, Ogun State have shut down their businesses in protest over the stabbing to death of an Igbo woman known as Blessing Eze by tout allegedly collecting festival taxes today, which is Baraka da Sallah. According to this report, they said that this incident sparked widespread outrage and condemnation, with many calling for justice and accountability. According to eyewitnesses, the incident occurred on Friday, June 6, 2025, during the Eid Mubarak festival, when traders were asked to pay 1,500 each. According to some traders who spoke to this news on Saturday evening, Eze reportedly refused to pay, citing of lack of funds, and was subsequently stabbed in the chest by one of the touts. So Chiamaka Eze, a trader in the market who spoke to Sahara Reporters on telephone on Saturday, which is today, narrated the incident happened on Friday, being yesterday, when some touts began taxing traders over the Eid Mubarak festival of Muslim festivals that took place yesterday. Each trader was asked to pay 1,500 naira. So on getting to let Mrs. Eze, she told them she didn't have the money as at that time they came, and pleaded that they should come back as touts that they are. They started destroying her goods, during which she dragged one of them and asked him to arrange her goods properly and come back. She said she would pay, but she didn't have the money as of that time because she had not sold anything. That is how one of them stabbed her on the chest, which later led to her death. The traders claimed that Eze was dragged into an argument with the tout after she told them she didn't have the money to pay at that time. At the time, we are mourning the loss of one of our own, and we demand justice, said an Igbo Market Union member, Simon Uchenna. Before this woman's death, we had been experiencing assault and intimidation from those group of touts. The union member added that the traders had been subjected to harassment and extortion by the touts, who often demand money from them without any justification. According to this report, he said that the market union has declared a 4-day mourning period, during which Igbo traders will not display goods and will instead focus on protesting. They are calling on the Ogun State government to intervene and bring the perpetrators to justice. We implore Ogun State government to intervene and make sure the perpetrators are brought to book, the union member added. One market member recounted a similar incident from last year, where his wife was stabbed by the son of the Baba Loja, which happens to be the market head, Wahid. Despite reporting the incident to the police, he was advised to drop the case due to the suspect's alleged connections. So Nigeria will always be what it is, where killers will tell you to your face that they will kill you and nothing will happen, the trader lamented. The traders are demanding that the government takes concrete steps to address the issue of extortion and harassment by touts in the market. They are also calling for increased security measures to protect traders and prevent such incidents in the future. Festival money shouldn't be by force. It should have been something of free will, a trader Okoye Chizoba said. True to their words, they will kill you and nothing will happen. Human lives mean nothing to everyone, even those governments whose duty is to protect you from killers. The shutdown of businesses has caused significant disruptions to the market, with many traders and customers alike expressing shock and sadness over the incident. The market union has vowed to continue the protest until justice is served and the perpetrators are brought to book. As the protest continues, many are left wondering when sudden or such incidents will be taken seriously by the authorities, and when this responsible will be held accountable. That is, those that are responsible for the death of this woman, when they will be held accountable. So may her gentle soul rest in perfect peace. The trader said paying their respect to the late blessing Eze. You see? You see what is going on? This is happening in Yoruba land. And unfortunately, it is our sister and Igbo sister that this thing befallen. May her gentle soul rest in perfect peace. But then again, even if you want to collect money from people for your salary, it is not by force. You understand? For people to give you money during this salah, it should be willingly. I don't understand how you people are doing. You proclaim you're a Muslim and you are going around in the market extorting money from people. Whereas in other countries, the way these people do is that they will be the one that they will cook. They will even look for their neighbors to give them something. And when it comes to your own, you're not extorting from the market women. What is wrong with you guys? What is your problem? You see how this woman lost her life? I could remember vividly when I was still helping my mother in her market. Those days, whenever she's not around, I have to go market for her. When you're in the market selling something, when they bring tickets for you, if you don't have money, they will give you tickets. You keep the tickets there. Later, they will come back when you might have sold market. You will give them the money and they will go. Why does it have to be in a chaotic and in a squabble way this time around? What is wrong with this tout? Well, they call them tout. That is tout they are. They are not debt collectors in the market. They are tout indeed. I don't see the reason why someone in his or her right senses, you want to collect a tax from the traders in the market, and they told you that they have not sell anything at that particular moment. That place you should go and come back later. Then what's obstructing you from going to other places and come back later? Is it everyone that goes to market early that starts selling markets from that moment? No. And some of them will not even come to market with money. They have, even for them to eat food, they have to first of all make sense before they will even buy something to put in their stomach. Yeah, this woman is telling you, please, come back, let me sell some so that I can be able to pay the tax. I didn't say that I will not pay. I will pay, but I don't have that money at this time. We are talking about 1,500 naira. We are not talking about 15 naira that you can easily borrow from your neighbor and give to the tax collectors. This is 1,500. This is, in fact, this is too much, for crying out loud. If you imagine 1,500 being collected from, like, let's say 200 or let's say 300 people in that particular market, you know how much these people are making? They are thefts. These people are really thieves. Yes. And the government of Ogun State should look into this matter and give justice to this dead woman. These perpetrators must be brought to justice. It is very, 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 very important. What is your opinion regarding this, my lovers? The second news is that a Nigerian Air Force personnel detained for late coming dies in guard room after complaining of ill health. So this Nigerian, according to his devastated sister, Numdarai Joy Wulumba, her brother had reached out to her on May 4, 2025 to inform her of his detention. The Nigerian Air Force Command in Bauchi State is making fantastic effort to cover up the incident of an officer, Wulumba AS, who died in the guard room after he was detained for arriving late to duty due to an illness. I don't know if you guys really hear that thing very well. A man was detained. An Air Force Command. Well, they say something is really happening in this country. I don't understand. Does it mean we don't have a say again, even if we are working under somebody in Nigeria? Because of the military personnel? What is going on? This is not primary school. Someone come to work late as a result of his illness. You don't even try to, at least consult this person, at least this person is sick. Or give him time and say, okay, take leave, go home and treat yourself properly. Instead of that, you detain him. Why you complain that he is critically ill? You still have the guts to detain this man, and this man died in detention. There's nothing I never see for this kind of country called Nigeria. Things are really going on. According to this report, Wulumba, a member of the 2003 regular intake and attached to the Elite Special Operations Command (SOC) in Bauchi, passed away while being held in the guard room on the orders of his commanding officer, one group captain Ofile. His service number was NAV 03/21103. According to his devastated sister, Numdarai Joy Wulumba, her brother, had reached out to her on May 4, 2025 to inform her of his detention. He had reported late to his duty post after suffering health complications, but despite explaining his condition, the commander allegedly ignored his plea and ordered his detention immediately. Ha! According to her, she said, my late brother called me that day to say he was being sent to the guard room. He said his offense was arriving late due to illness, but his commander wouldn't listen. After that call, we never heard from him again until we were told yesterday, Friday, that he was dead. Numdarai recounted tearfully in an interview. She further expressed disbelief and outrage over the military's handling of the situation. I have lived near military formations all my life. I know the rules. Detention for minor offenses like lateness is not supposed to exceed 24 hours. He should have been caught, marshaled if necessary, not locked up indefinitely. Now he is gone. Let them enjoy the consequences. Wulumba A.S., a father of 4, lives behind a grieving mother, wife, and only sister. His family is now demanding justice and calling on President Bola Tinubu and the Nigerian military high command to immediately investigate the cause and circumstances of his death. We want answers. He served this country for over 20 years. Is this how they treat their own? His sister cried bitterly. Kai, 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 Kai. According to Sahara reports, they say that when they contacted the spokesperson for the Air Force in Bauchi, Flight Lieutenant Ogili Friday Miracle, his response was dismissive and raised further questions about transparency. It shows that these Air Force people, they are not transparent enough. I don't have any information. We are on holiday now, he said flatly. Pressed further on whether it was acceptable for such a grave incident to go unnoticed by the military, the spokesperson said, if you want information, go to the family. I have nothing to give you. The family alleged that Wumba's death was avoidable and vowed to pursue justice until those responsible are held accountable. This incident adds to growing concerns over the welfare and human rights of personnel within Nigerian security forces, particularly those who speak out or report challenges. You see what is happening? Remember that a few days ago, an army personnel was declared wanted in Nigeria for exposing military fraudulent activities going on in Nigerian military. I don't know if you guys are getting something. And they declared this guy wanted immediately. Instead of them to tackle and look for a way to amend this thing that this guy is complaining. The guy said that he is also a victim. He's not even talking that he's not speaking from experience. The guy was speaking out of experience, out of what he went through as a military personnel. You claim you are an oga, your colleagues is sick. For instance, they go to war and they sustained injury as a result of the while on the battlefield. And the so-called military are not even taking responsibilities of their soldiers that were injured during battle war. When they are still on field, this is work injury, not let's say weekend, or let's say they went to home and they got to. We are talking about these are men who are on duty. They sustain injury as a result of the work they are doing. Yet the government neglect them. Yet the forces in which they find themselves still neglect them. And if they do pay, they will still detain them. What is going on in this country? I don't understand. We are talking about police brutality. These commanders are still brutalizing their junior colleagues that even pass through training the same way they pass through training and recruitment before they go to the state. They find themselves, they find themselves in that particular work zone, in that particular force. Imagine the way they waste this boy's life. A boy who is sick, who has served Nigerian military for 20 years. His colleague just wastes his life as if he's just a fowl that you can put in detention. Probably a fowl you want to kill. You have to protect that fowl so that the fowl will not run away. Is this guy now a fowl? A life is being wasted as if it is a fowl. This country is tiring, honestly. What is going on in this country? A lot of things need to be done for Nigeria to be fixed. We are lamenting of electoral reform. We are lamenting of police brutality. What of the one that is happening between the colleagues in all these military forces? Police equally brutalize each colleagues in the same police force. Same way goes, you see military commanders, brutalizing their junior colleagues. What is going on? Brutalities are the height of it all. May the gentle soul of this guy rest in peace. Now, who is going to take care of the family, the younger sister, the children he left behind, and the wife? You rather this wife, this woman is a widow overnight. You rather the children fatherless overnight as a result of your selfish interest, or you are, I don't know how you were angered to the extent that you ordered that this boy should be detained. And according to this report, that if you want to punish someone, that it should not be more than 24 hours. But this guy was detained indefinitely. Probably he was detained without proper care, without giving him food, no water. What exactly is going on? When does late coming become a sin? When does late coming become a crime? I don't understand. This commander that punished this boy to the extent that this guy died in detention, will you vow over your dead body that you have never gone late in your entire life? Can you come out to swear that ever since you resume, or let's say you become a military personnel, you've never arrived work late for once? Were you punished the way you punished this young guy? It is a question, oh. Lot of things are really going on in this country. We really have a lot to address. For Nigeria to get better, it has a very long way to go. We have a lot of things to do to make Nigeria a better place. Lot of things have spoiled. Many things are going wrong in Nigeria. And when you speak, either you get detained or they buy you. Is this a country? We are in such a country where there is no longer freedom of speech. We are in such a country where the pharmacists' lives are now, regardless. They don't regard them. They look at our lives as poor people as if we are nothing. The political elites can commit any crime as scot-free. But you as a commoner, you as a common citizen, you as a poor person, in fact, there is no freedom of speech for you. They equally know your rights, but even knowing your rights, they will still marginalize against you. Do you see that? That is the type of Nigeria we find ourselves. This is not the kind of Nigeria we are all dreaming about. This is not the kind of country we are working for. This is not the thing we want or we are expecting from this set of people we call leaders in the country. Imagine other countries are busy doing military coup and they are succeeding, making their country a better country. But when it comes to Nigeria, it becomes something else. It turns out to be a war zone. We are in such a country where you will see a military just will go bam and bomb one particular community, and they will call it mistake. You call it a mistake? You are wasting people's lives and you are equally calling it a mistake. You see what is going? You see the type of country we find ourselves into. This is too shameful. This is shameful indeed. My lovers and viewers, what do you have to say about this? A young lady known as Blessing, a trader in Ogun State, who was killed by theft while trying to collect 1,500 naira as tax because of the Eid Mubarak which they did yesterday, which happens to be Salah. They killed this woman because she said that she does not have the money. She did not object from paying. She admitted that she's going to pay, but they should come back later so that she'll be able to pay. By then, she might have sold some of her goods to raise money. These people refused and they killed her. And this particular Air Force military who was detained by his commander, unfortunately, he died in detention. Even though that the commander knows too well that this particular person is very sick. And he equally told the commander that he is sick. And that is why he was late to work. Unfortunately, this same commander is a devil incarnate. This commander did not heed to this guy's advice and to his, plea. he went ahead to punish this guy. But this punishment is beyond, in fact, it's beyond comprehensible. We cannot, if it's beyond, something that is expected to be given to your fellow soldier according to the constitution and the law that guides the Air Force. Are you guys getting something? What do you have to say regarding this news? Feel free to drop your opinion in the comment section. If this is your first time coming across our YouTube channel, please kindly do well to subscribe. Turn on the bell button so you will always get notified whenever I post our latest content. Sorry in case if you are noticing that speaking, my nose is doing me somehow. I'm not breathing properly because I'm having excessive catarrh. Thanks for watching. I love you guys and have a lovely time.